Yeah. Hey. Woo. Wow. Let's go.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Untamed. Wake up.
First guy Omaha in the morning.
In the morning.
Wake up, 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 wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Shout out Big Sherm.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up. You better wake up from this.
Welcome to a fresh edition of First Guy Omaha in the morning.
In the morning.
My name is Paul B. He's Buddy the Gawd.
We gotta spread the love and stop hating.
We gotta spread the love and stop hating. It's going down today on a, what is this? A Wednesday, November 26th.
Hump day.
2025. Hump day, isn't it? That's what's
Thanks
up.
taking Eve.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah. Thanksgiving coming up for those that celebrate. What's going on with you? How you doing this morning? Let us know. Put it in the chat. Love to hear from you. I see we got my man RG in the chat up first. So what's good? What's good?
You might not have heard me. I said thanks taken. Thanks taken.
Thanks taken. Not Thanksgiving. Thanks taken.
Yeah.
I like that.
Took the land, didn't say thanks.
Turn you up a little bit. Yeah. That's what's up. I mean, we're gonna tell the truth.
Hey, we're gonna
Like
get
Prince,
into it today.
like Prince said, there's one thing the Lord loves, and that's the truth. Michelle Moreno gives us a good morning. Good morning to you. Appreciate you coming in. Marlon Harrison says, good morning, First Sky fam, and happy Wellness Wednesday. That's what's up. That's what's up. Appreciate that very much. What'd you send me over here? Yeah, man. We're just trying to wake on up and get up. Now today is a day 3 of not a lot of sleep on my side. You got some rest, right?
Yeah. Got some rest. Fell asleep early last night. Boy, I ain't playing with y'all tonight.
I gotta get some sleep. Marlon said it's Happy Wellness Wednesday. We got to be well today, for real.
Yeah. Especially before tomorrow. I know, hey, some of y'all celebrating. We know what it is.
Turkeys is cheap.
Man, they giving away though. They giving away some pretty big turkeys, man. Last weekend there were plenty of turkey giveaways in the community. Friend of mine came back with like 3 20-pound turkeys. I had no idea what to do with it. Yeah, it was some pretty big turkeys, man. Yeah. Hey, 'tis the season, man. The pantries are cranking up. Folks getting ready.
Well, if you got 3 of them, you might as well give 2 away because
yeah.
What you gonna do? You're right there here in Nebraska, here in Omaha too. There's lots of turkey giveaways going on. Shout out to Brother Kasim. Got on yesterday thanking the people that he was connected with on the turkey giveaway. Really interesting, like how everybody kicks in, man. Like I said, we talked about it. The holidays brings up some PTSD sometimes for people, man. And they the community kicks in. Like we're gonna make sure that y'all get through this. Whether you celebrate or not. So that's what it is, man. But shout out to everybody who at least has the week off, is taking some time. I know the kids out of school. Yep. I was talking to somebody last night, like, do you remember getting a whole week off for Thanksgiving back in the day? I don't remember that. I remember we got off Thursday and Friday, and that was it. But kids getting a whole week off around here now. So
man, these kids get way too much time off. They get like 3-4 spring breaks, 5 winter breaks, 2 fall breaks, holiday break.
Yeah,
every time I look up, they out of school for a week.
Make sure they go when they're supposed to be in there. They can't be absent because they're out enough already.
Man, that part.
Heather Williams says, "Good morning, everyone. Good morning." Judy Prinzer gives us a morning. Hey. Right on. RG says Wellness Wednesday or Winter Wednesday. That frigid air outside, bro. Bro, let me tell you what the phone says. The phone says it's 26 degrees, but it feels like 12. And yeah, so don't even let the temperature fool you, because it's colder outside than it even is saying it is. It's freezing outside, bro.
Man, when said what jacket? What?
I went out for a minute and got slapped in the face, cut in the face by the wind so hard I almost started swinging at it. Is amazing. We got special guests coming in today. Of course, Katie Raine from Raine's Productions. We got to talk about it because of the show tonight. DL Hughley's in town, in Omaha, and that's happening. That's going down. She's going to talk about the show and all the comedy shows that led up to this. Also, we got brother Levelle Wells in the chat in the on the show coming up on the show. Yeah, man, talk about all the work that he's doing and some good news, some news from around the way. About things that are happening. I was thinking about that article you were talking about earlier, buddy, and I was like, I used to have some information about a treaty between Native American people and Black people here in Omaha. And I went down the rabbit hole real quick trying to dig it up. I won't be able to, but I'll come back with it. But yeah, it's interesting that and as a matter of fact, I think brother Levelle Wells is the one that told me about it. So we'll have to talk. We got lots to talk about. If you got questions for them, then please get those questions ready, and we'll talk about that. I think Thanksgiving is Thursday. We're going to have a Haps Friday, of course. But I think the Haps is going to start a little bit today, just because of the fact that it is a week that people got off, a weekend that people got off, and we need to kind of know about what's going on around town. Where's the Friendsgivings at? Where's the music and the concerts at, and all that good stuff. But in the meantime, between time, man, before we get into it, buddy, how you feeling this morning?
Feeling good, feeling great, feeling rested. Looking forward to today's conversation. As you just mentioned, we got a couple guests coming on. In particular, looking forward to our conversation with Brother Wells Levelle. A few stories, dealing with our Native connection, Native brothers and sisters, and especially ahead of tomorrow, which we know the tragedy that our Native brothers and sisters, faced for this to be a quote unquote holiday. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about that. And of course, catching up with Brother Wells Levelle, see what he has going on. I have a few updates on some stories we've been paying attention to here on the show. If you remember, there's actually some controversy, some spats, if you will, between the state of Nebraska and our brothers and sisters in the Omaha tribe. So I found an end to that because they're moving forward. So we'll be talking about that and more throughout today's show. Before we get into that and all that, how you doing, Paul? What's going on in your world, man?
Hanging in there, man. Hanging in there. Actually still really excited about the break coming, the change that's happening next season. We'll be talking a lot more about it. Anxious to see the next installment of the Lanes of Change that we've been working on. We dropped part 1 last week. I hope that you guys went over to YouTube and checked that out. Yeah. Give it a like if you would. And part 2 is coming out shortly as well. And man, just pretty excited about partnerships that we're making and stuff that we're doing, just projects that we're working on, and the team expanding and all the good stuff that's happening right now. Usually is real slow around this time because the holidays is wintertime. Things don't really pick up for us until January. But we seem to have a little momentum right here with the growth of First Sky Omaha and stuff like that. So just pretty excited about that. And also excited about spending some time with family this week because we will be doing that. My family doesn't really celebrate Thanksgiving, but we are going to get together. Like you said, turkeys is cheap. So it's going down. Let us know how your weekend is shaping up. If you're going to be with family, if you are gearing up to be with family, or you're looking forward to being with family. I'd love to hear about it. Let us know. I'm not top headlines. I got the wrong today's thread. That's what I'm trying to talk about a little bit today. We got a few things happening. Speaking of some giveaways and things, there's some stuff that is still out there for people. This Love Can Thanksgiving pop-up is still happening. That's happening Thursday from 1 to 6. No ID required, no registration needed. Just show up. Everyone is welcome. Join us for a warm and welcoming Thanksgiving pop-up event filled with community, care, and connection. So if you need a hot plate, you need a dinner that night, there's some places to go. And if you know anybody who might need this, let them know. Let them know this is happening. It's going to be at 2525 North 37th Street. This is a Love Can Thanksgiving pop-up event. So shout out to them for that. If you have any other pop-up events or turkey giveaways or anything that's going on today or tomorrow, then please let us know. Put it in the chat. Put it in Friends of First Sky Omaha. We would love to know what's going on there. Also, before we get into it, I just want to remind everybody that Michaela Danner is going to be doing a Friendsgiving at Johnny T's Thanksgiving Day at 7:00. So if you're like a lot of families that eat early or not getting together on the exact Thanksgiving Day, but other days, then maybe you'll have some time to go check this out. It's going to happen at 7 p.m. at Johnny T's, which is at 3825 North 30th Street. Definitely go check out Miss Michaela Danner. She's running for Douglas County Attorney. That's currently the seat held by Don Klein right now. And so we want to get to know her and find out where she stands on some things as well, and get to know this person for the purposes of voting next year. So definitely check that out as well. Also, shout out to Kimra Snipes. She's got a neighborhood power night going on, a mini grant awards giving Tuesday celebration. This has actually happened. Let me see. I thought I had the date on here. Okay, I do not. I got to get some information on this, but I highly suggest you check it out. As a matter of fact, here's a link that you can check out some information, and also I believe register for this. But yeah, let's support Kimra One Omaha, everything that she's got going on over there too. The neighborhood power night. See if I can even just open this link and see when it is. What's going on with that? Let's see what's happening.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Real time
happening. That's right. Okay, let's see what we got going on. Okay, yeah, neighborhood. This is happening December 2nd, actually, December 2nd, 2025, from 6 to 8, and it's going to be at venue at the Highlander. So we'll go ahead and put this link. You got the link there, and we'll put this in Friends of First Sky Omaha for you to check out as well, and maybe we'll get a little information from Kimra about what's going on with this event too. So yeah, I love the fact that she's got these mini grants going out. I think it's such a great idea. I can't wait till we're in a position where we have a little extra funds to be able to do some stuff like that. And for people that are in strategic communication or whatever realm that we feel like we want to support, she supports the neighborhoods, as you know. So shout out to her for doing that in a big way. Speaking of big ways,
Hey,
my man Big Wade dropped his album. The album is now available today, right now. So you definitely should check that out. I also got a link here for you to check his album out too. Big talent, huge talent out of Omaha, Nebraska, man, for real. Like yeah. He's got some seriously feel good music going on in a big way. Here's the link. But he's been building up to this, and he just yesterday said tomorrow was the day. Today is the day. So definitely check his album out wherever you get your albums. Spotify, hopefully not Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Music, some other places. Title probably got it. Yeah. We're trying to get away from. I don't know if y'all know about the Spotify situation, but let's just say we need to shut Spotify down for real.
Count your days. For real. Also, man, this has been floating around over on Friends of First Sky Omaha. Shout out to Paul Philman. Shout out to Marlon Harrison, who posted this as well. Hope Center High School program. Look at all these. Look at all these. I love the fact that they got all these teams over here. This is what's up. Love it. Free hot meals, sports. So I guess the message here is that it's on now for all high school students, 9th through 12th. Hope Center High School programs going down. So if you have any more information on this, let us know. But beginning December 1st, Hope Center for Kids will be open for programming for all high schoolers, 9th through 12th. Program will be from 3 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. We always talk about giving the kids something to do, especially when they're not in school. Yeah. There you go, buddy. So, be in school and then have an after school program too. I love it.
Keep them babies out the house.
I love it. Yeah, man. I was a part of many after school program, Boys and Girls Club, Upward Bound, staying out of the house, man, especially when you in a single parent household. It helps.
That's what's up. Appreciate that. Last but not least, we're going to talk a little bit about the book that it just dropped. Shout out to Preston Love Jr., man. He sent out a press release. Matter of fact, did I get that press release here? He sent out a press release talking about what he got going on here. But Roots of Justice, a history of race and racism in Nebraska. And apparently this book is free. I just heard from you, buddy. Tell us about that real quick.
Yeah, man. Shout out to UNL who's behind this. Just dropped a link to you, Paul, so maybe we can share it with the good people out there. But yeah, Roots of Justice, a history of race and racism is a book available in University of Nebraska's Digital Commons, which I just now learning about. But apparently this is a digital resource, a digital library, if you will, with a lot of educational books available and just cultural books, a lot of just material available. And, as we talk about access to information, education, arming ourselves with knowledge, definitely check that out, man. Again, college level documents available for free.
Preston Love is behind this. Also, some other authors. He wrote this with some other authors. Roots of Justice, a history of race and racism in Nebraska, which tells the story of Nebraskans that have not always been told, is now available for free online at UNL. We put the link in the chat. So definitely check this out. I can't wait to dig in myself and read it. I love that it's pointed right to, the history in Nebraska that we want to get more facts about. So can't wait to read that. Shout out to Preston Love, who is an author. He got other books out as well. and he's doing a lot. So shout out to him. I'm so glad that we have him as an active elder in our community, because we always are getting some gems from him for real.
Big time.
There you go. Wanda Lewis gives us a good morning. Appreciate you. Sue Kessler Hagen gives us a good morning. Appreciate you. Marlon Harrison says Spotify is the only thing us Android users to listen to music and podcasts. I don't know about that, bro.
Yeah, you can download.
We'll find some other ones for you because
yeah, Google Music, YouTube Music. There's some options.
Yeah, man, Spotify tripping. We'll talk about it. Before we get there, it's already 7:15 right now. If you believe in the concept of time, before we go to a break, let's talk about today's thread. Buddy, what's on the agenda for today?
Yeah, again, the focus for me today, and for the conversation is our Native brothers and sisters. Again, we will be joining with Brother Wells Levelle coming up, and definitely looking forward to catching up with him. Man's been busy. Man's been very busy, so definitely want to talk about catching up with what he has going on, but also some of the stories coming out. This is being reported by the Associated Press. A very interesting connection between Black communities and Native communities. The Muskogee Nation Supreme Court rules freemen descendants entitled to citizenship, which is very interesting. Also, an update on the Omaha tribe situation, the spat with Nebraska. Again, feeling like Nebraska has been retaliating against the Native tribe for their attempts and push to legalize marijuana on reserved land. We'll give an update to that situation. And a few other things. Definitely, again, shout out, speaking of Wells Levelle, shout out to our artist, Antoine X, another local artist that's been making some waves, talented on his own right. I recently saw him on major platform on the radar doing some music, doing some things. So again, shouting out our Native brothers and sisters throughout today's show, but also getting into a few other things. We've been talking about the weather, talking about the wind this morning. Seems like it's a real impact, man. The wind knocking out some power to some folks. So we'll talk a little bit about that situation. Let us know. Are you impacted by the weather? What's going on with the power? And also city council possibly proposing an electrical code update, which could possibly change the price of some buildings. Again, maybe even, yeah. Well, we'll talk about it. Also, speaking of power, there's been a power struggle going on at UNL. Of course, we've been talking about the Regent situation, but some money is coming into the fold. Of course, at the base of that is the fact that UNL is going broke and programs are being cut and people are responding, but in this time in a more positive way. Shout out to the Weiss family getting down. So we'll talk about that throughout today's show. And several other things, man. Again, a lot of things going on both locally and nationally. I'm not sure if y'all heard about this whole situation with X, but we got to talk about it, man. Strategic communication. Are you communicating with humans? Are you communicating with American citizens? I mean, the irony in all this is crazy. I don't know if y'all heard, but recently X changed some of its policy, allowing the locations and origins of some accounts to be revealed. And what people found out was that Homeland Security and a lot of MAGA users aren't based in America, which is ironic. I mean, just very ironic, very, very ironic that this whole immigration wave party regime, they're not even from America. Like it. We'll get into it. Again, we're here for the next 2 hours. Buddy the Gawd, Paul B, all of you. What's the word, man? What's the word?
Yeah, man, it's a trip. We'll take a quick break and we'll come on back through and get into this. Lots to talk about today. And again, we're anticipating our special guests, Katie Raine and also Levelle Wells. We'll be right back. First Sky Omaha in the morning. I'll be Buddy the Gawd. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back for Sky Omaha in the morning.
In the morning.
All B, buddy to God. Appreciate you guys coming on in this morning. I know everybody's on vacation and having a good time. So if you have to come back and watch this show a little later on in the day, then that's cool. But yeah, enjoy yourselves. And while you're at it, if you're on Facebook, do us a favor and share the show. Share it on your page. Easy to do. Will allow other people to check it out. Spread the word. And if you're on YouTube, do us a favor and share the link to anybody who you think might be good coming on in and providing some conversation, some more information. Yeah, come on through.
Come on in.
Come on in. Appreciate that. Before we get to it, also want to give a shout out to Empowerment Network that's doing their 15th annual Christmas in the Village coming up. Save the date. That's starting the Saturday, December 6th from noon to 5. So one day event, as you can see, lots of sponsors. Definitely hearing some things, the rumblings on the block about this coming up. I was driving down the street the other day and saw somebody with a huge pole standing next to a tree, and I was like, "Man, what is this?" And I sat there for a second and watched them string them lights up. I never saw the lights get strung up before. So yeah, it's a big job walking up and down the street, stringing up all them lights on for Christmas in the Village.
Oh yeah, you just come outside one day and they up.
Yeah, well, they've been low key working on it. So if you need more information on this, you can give them a call at 402-502-5153 or email them at events@empoweromaha.com. But yeah, check it out, man. There's lots. We have the carriage running down the street and all kinds of stuff going on. So it's happening. As you can see, lots of, I like to follow the money on this. Lots of sponsors, platinum sponsors, gold sponsors, media sponsors. It's going down, main stage sponsors. So again, it's going to be Saturday, December 6th, 2025 from noon to 5. There's going to be tons of people down here based on what I've seen in previous years. So set up and get ready for it. And what is this? It's going to be the December 6th. Yeah, we will have some snow on the ground by then. It's supposed to snow Friday.
Really?
Yeah. I don't mean to cuss at you before we get into the show, but
yeah. Also, quick techie tech update. Brother Marlon Harrison giving us a tip. He says YouTube is messing with your comments in the live. I can only see me, Michelle Marino, and RG. So again, if anybody else is having issues with the comments, let us know. Yeah,
let us know. Yep. Appreciate everybody in on YouTube and Facebook. I can see some other Facebook folks in here too. So yeah, appreciate it. Let's go ahead and jump into it, man. Here's Pop saying good Wednesday morning. Mad love from Las Vegas. Appreciate you, Pops. You having any issues with the comments? We just got word there might be a problem on YouTube. So let us know.
Let us know.
Yeah. The meantime, between time, what's first on the agenda, buddy?
Yeah, just a quick update on the power situation. Of course, many people trying to, prepare for the holidays, maybe even in the kitchen, trying to throw down and have some struggle with the power. Of course, we've been talking about the weather all morning, and that's really the culprit. Again, this is reported by WOWT. A number of customers were without power last night, and that's according to the wind. As it continues to gust, a total of 2,281 customers were without power, but as of 4 a.m. this morning, the power outage has largely been resolved. Of course, you can always reach out to your OPPD power district if you're still having an outage. Again, there are only about 10 customers according to this report, but it could be more. So again, if you're still struggling with your power, reach out and definitely keep an eye on your bill, as this is in other news coming out of city council, as they're looking to change, speaking of power, the city's electrical code. This is actually something that has been vetoed by former mayor Gene Stothert, who cited unnecessary regulation, increasing construction costs in the November 2024 veto. And today now home builders have lined up in city council to fight this as well. Of course, in the season of spaces and places, we always talk about housing and the affordability of housing. And as they continue to build more, mostly apartments in the area, but also new housing, this could further exacerbate the price of, already rising locations and facilities. Shout out to the Electrical Workers Union, who's speaking up about this, argued that additional costs for new builds will be around $500 for new homes, and when you account for equipment, that would no longer be necessary. So again, City Council, let's get active. Continue with the power situation. OPPD still a heavy point of conversation. Still looking at what's going on with the coal plant gas being proposed, but let Brother Anthony Rogers Wright tell it that's even still not a good solution. So again, a lot of conversation, a lot of people already chiming up. We talked about last week possible 5 to 9% increase over the next few years in the power. So yeah, what's going on? OPPD, keep your eyes on it.
You got to keep your eyes on it, man. We already are dealing with a lot of hike rate. The rates hiked, and not just with OPPD, but also MUD. Definitely dealing with some of that stuff myself right now. Energy is always is an issue when we get into the cold months, especially, and it's starting to get cold, so people are starting to keep that heat on a little longer and all that good stuff. And not starting to get cold; it is cold. Let me quit downplaying that. So we're looking at that, and of course we're in the news talking about all these things too. So as a matter of fact, there's a reporter over at Flatwater Free Press that we just met. They just hired a new person that's going to be talking about the environment. Going to be tackling some of that stuff with OPPD. We're going to have her on, and we'll talk about that a little bit more too, to try to keep our eye on it more. But like I said, man, this is one of these issues. I don't usually get many people who are kind of, when I'm walking around, if I'm around in North Omaha, especially, like we don't necessarily talk about a lot of issues when I'm walking around, but several people have come up to me like, what is going on with my OPPD bill? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is this going up? Like, why are these people getting so much money, getting paid so much money if this is a public situation? You know, the people are really chiming up, and people that would normally be kind of paying too close of attention to this kind of stuff are paying attention now that their bill's going up. So we got lots to talk about when it comes to that. We'll keep up with that conversation for sure.
There you go. So again, appreciate those who have chimed up about it. But yeah, let's keep it moving in other news, because we do have a lot to get into and a couple of special guests coming through today. But this is something that might hit home for our first guest, talking about UNL. Again, we've been paying close attention to what's happening with the University of Nebraska at Lincoln, and against with the controversy. Speaking of power, again, a power struggle at the top. Staff and faculty, even students, chiming up about specifically Regent Brother Bennett, and even putting in a no confidence vote. And at the heart of that whole situation, of course, was the economics behind UNL, again, losing money, going broke, if you will, having to cut programs, but that could be boosted. Shout out to Barbara White, who is a regent at UNL, and again, matriarch, if you will, of the Whites family and the Whites Family Foundation, who apparently, according to KETV, donated about $14.5 million to UNL in hopes to spur and boost innovation at the University of Nebraska, actually Omaha. This is apparently an investment into 3D printing and biomechanical research, where they apparently make low-cost prosthetic hands for global use. One of the doctors in the project, Dr. Jorge Zuniga, says that I live and die for this. This is something that is a dream come true. Talking about, again, the investment in his work. Zuniga said he wanted to find a way to encourage job development in the community in his lab, and offering internships is part of growing opportunities in the workforce. Zuniga said he's grateful to the Whites for funding projects that are often overlooked. Of course, Barbara White, who feels hopeful about the future of the universities, said the idealism, belief that things can change and that we can help them make those changes, that inspires me. Her inspiration is, again, accompanied by a $14.5 million gift to UNO, where she, of course, earned her master's degree and taught for 18 years. Of course, the Whites family are partners of ours. They, fund what we, some of what we do here. And again, big shout out to them for putting the work, putting the work in. Again, we talk about benevolent illusions sometimes, but really trying to figure out the role that these foundations play in the community.
Yeah, and this one stuck out for me because we were familiar with White's Family Foundation, but also because not a lot of foundations are really vocal about how it is that who they fund and what they help a lot of times. So I was excited that this article came out and they were able to speak on what Barbara Weiss did, and also the White's Family Foundation did, as far as that's concerned. Because we know from the underground, lots of foundations are out here helping and assisting with funds in a lot of different directions that they don't always speak about. And there's various reasons why they don't speak about it, but the vast majority of foundations that are out here are helping. They're, the ones that are really caring about what's going on with the people are actually doing something with their dollars, and keeping a lot of that low just for various reasons. So the fact that the Weiss Family Foundation allowed this article to be out and let people know what's happening, kind of gave me an end to be like, we talk a lot about what's going on with these foundations, but there's a lot of foundations out here that really are helping situations as well. They don't always broadcast it and talk about it, but they are, a lot of them are helping. And it's just it's unfortunate sometimes when we start getting caught up in the fact that there is a benevolent illusion when it comes to some of these things that's happening, these givings. We always talk about like a lot of the negative situations when it comes to grants and the kind of nonprofit industrial complex and so on and so forth. But the fact of the matter is nonprofit organizations exist because there's a lack. There's some kind of lack in government. There's some kind of lack in leadership. There's programs that are needed and so on and so forth that people are not willing to address, or the government is not willing to address a lot of times. So these foundations pop up. These nonprofit organizations pop up to solve those problems. And some of these foundations are really involved in helping those nonprofit organizations do something about it. So it is a factor there. It's not the only factor we need to make change. It's not the only thing that we need out here, but it does help, and we'd like to acknowledge when it helps, when it does help, as much as we talk about when it doesn't help. So shout out to the Weiss Family Foundation on that for sure. Definitely check out their website and see what they're about. Also see about the organizations that they fund, because that's another important thing too. Whenever we're at a whites event, it's a room full of a lot of diversity. It's a room full of a lot of organizations that are along the same lines as us, and we are able to make a lot of partnerships when that happens. So shout out to them, and we appreciate the work that they're doing and everybody else is doing. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break and come back. We see we've got some special guests waiting in the wings, so we're going to go ahead and jump to that. It's 7:32 right now. If you believe in the concept of time, stay tuned. We'll be right back. You're listening to First Sky Omaha in the morning.
In the morning.
Paul B, buddy to God. Welcome back. First Sky Omaha in the morning. My name is Paul B. He's buddy to God. We got Katie Raine in the house, and we got somebody else in the house that I didn't realize was going to be here. Jarrell Roche?
Yeah, snuck up in here, man. Snuck up in here. Am I in the right place?
Yes, sir.
What's up? Good morning.
We got to ask Katie. Katie, is he in the right place? Is this what's going on? Okay. All right. They sprung it on us. You're a surprise special guest. That's what's up.
Yeah. Well, I didn't look like the other dude that was on that flyer. I was just saying.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Say again, Jarrell.
Oh, I was saying I didn't look like that other dude on that flyer. He looked way better.
Yeah, he coming on later. How you doing today, Miss Katie?
I'm well.
Good. Well, good morning to you. I appreciate you getting up early this morning and bringing on a special guest. That's what's happening.
Yeah. So this is actually the comedian. Maybe he looks different. I don't know. But this is actually the comedian who will be opening up for D.L. Hughley tonight.
Bro, you won the competition?
Man, I got the W this time, man. Yeah. Much love and respect to Katie Raine. This is my second run at this, because we were back doing the show with Katie and Tim when they were doing the publicity for Mike Epps.
Okay.
And so yeah. Came up a little short on that one, but it was still a great night, in fact.
I'm glad you persisted. That's what's happening. And for those who don't know what we're talking about, brother D.L. Hughley is coming to town. This is happening tonight, isn't it?
Tonight
is the night. So that's what's up, man. Shout out to Omaha Performing Arts. It's gonna be. Is this at the Orpheum?
Yes.
Wow.
Or no. This is at the Holland, but
Okay. Got it.
It's connected with all. Those are all the same entity, so
Yeah.
They're probably just on the promotions there.
I like the Holland better anyway. The Holland's a classy place. Yeah. So we got one of the kings of comedy coming to town tonight. And you got the pleasure to open for him, man. That's incredible. Bro. How you feeling already?
Yeah, man. Stoked, brother. And I will say this before I go on. Thank y'all for allowing me to be in this space, man. Like, seriously, appreciate it, guys. And thanks for keeping your ears to the street on what's going on. I was able to tune in to what you guys were discussing. Thank you. And as far as the comedy show goes, man, I'm feeling stoked. You know, I've been doing comedy for a while now. Grew up watching DL Hughley. Any predominantly black comedy, you know, event, show, except that was it. We grew up watching that stuff. Me and my siblings got around the TV watching that stuff and loved it. All the way to the Kings of Comedy. I don't know how many times I've watched that movie. I guess it would be considered a movie documentary, man. But to be able to open up DL is a blessing. It's amazing, man. And I don't know. I look forward just to rocking out, having a good time, and making the event worthwhile, man. Hopefully it's a compliment to him in some way, shape, or form.
That's what's up, bro.
Man. As a couple of artists, you know, Paul and myself, we're musicians or artists, and you know, I even expressed that comedy was my first love. But just to know that you know, sharing a stage with a great like that, I'm happy for you. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
But I am kind of curious, like being an artist from Omaha, can you kind of speak to this opportunity, like to have the opportunity, you know, shout out to Katie, the process, and the opportunity to share a stage with a legend like this that might not come that often in a place like Omaha.
Yeah. I think you said it best, man. So I think it's a rare moment. You don't overlook it. You probably won't feel the impact of it till you get off the stage and think about it for a little bit. But someone that's been doing comedy that long, has hit benchmarks in like the industry of income, has trended. Like, man, this is one of those places where, like, I don't know, you may not know until you actually get off the stage and understand all that is taking place. So, you know, my goal, like I said, just to be a compliment to the night, not to get in the way, that it's just a setup for anything else that's going to take place, you know, that night. And it's I think I want to use the word honor, but like, it's an honor in running. Like, I probably won't feel this till a couple weeks. You know, it's like, you gotta almost like step back and go, are you serious? Are you for real? And that's why, man, I'm grateful. I feel like I've said it, and a lot of my posts are trying to put the shot out. And I know yesterday we were doing some PA, but like Katie, Tim, thank you. Because these moments don't come without that. And like I was telling her yesterday, I know where my help comes from. Like, I'm not that good. You know, I don't got it all figured out. And it's these moments that help. And it just makes me want to give back to people. It makes me want to continue to open up doors, open up stages, open up places for people. And so, yeah, ask me in a week how I feel.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I'm overjoyed. I've been going over my material left and right, praying through it, thinking through it, all that good stuff. And again, I hope that when I get up on stage, it is just a compliment to what people have already anticipated would happen tonight. Great time in entertainment, great time in specifically the comedy industry, community, no drama, but, you know, drama from the stage. You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
But like, yeah, that's it, man. So ask me next week.
We always talk about how much how comedy is kind of the ultimate art in a lot of different ways. And I also am thinking about all the work that DL Hughley's doing right now online as an online presence. Doing what we do, man, talking about news, talking about the issues and so on and so forth, man. So do you got any plans to follow in the footsteps there? Do you find as a comedian right now that you got to be that kind of a person who has his own podcast and this person is doing kind of this content creation thing too? Do you feel the pressure there?
Yeah, man, you're nailing it. I would say obligation, yes, you know, for sure. I would say, like, for us, we've been hitting the streets for a while. So comedy was just, I don't know, man. I want to say, like, I think it's a gift God gave, because I was getting in trouble for this stuff, bro. I was a kid that the teachers would be like, can you just send this guy out of class, please? He won't shut up. You know, I just had a lot to say, you know, especially when it came down to history and social studies. You know what I'm saying? So I think right now the advocacy that we're really like laying out through like our missions work, it's like we're spending time with our young people, advocating for our young people, hearing them and helping to provide a runway for where they should go. We work in the prisons regularly to make sure our brothers and sisters are not forgotten. And then we're helping to segue programs for them or advocate for programs so that their children can continue to keep bonds and connections with them. We're doing work overseas, man, as far as advocacy and care. And so we're going back to South Africa soon, man, and we're going to be advocating for teen parents, our young men, and then also some of those adult parents that have aged out of some of their programming. Last time we went, we were in 4 cities. We were driving from the rainforest into the city, up over mountains, down into the desert, day after day. And so I would say I'm using my platform to continue to advocate to that. You know, on my platform, you're not going to see too much of comedy, too much of preaching, too much of motivation. You're going to really just see lifestyle. But I would really like to segue towards podcast, talk show, and really open that floor to continue to have the conversation that are needed. But man, I just been keeping my feet on the street. We just did a coat drive, almost 100 coats. We just donated 25 more turkeys to families, and we just try to keep that a regular practice. To sit with our individuals that are homeless is a regular practice. And so, yeah, man, I would like to get to get behind the mic a little bit more to advocate about what's going on. But we're in the path of inviting people into the work that we're doing, so that people don't feel forgotten, that they feel seen. And then the comedy is plus, that's my outlet.
When you say what organization you talk about?
Yeah. So, in the prison ministry scene or the prison work, I'm working with Aaron Pettis. That's mainly who I work with. Dude's 45, served 22 years in prison, got his life changed in prison. He's the kind of guy that says prison changed my life, because he said without it, I'd have probably been dead. He was out robbing banks, strung out on meth. And that's his story. I don't lead with that. He tells me it's okay, because I'm like, brother, how about they just know your first name? But it changed his life. He was out on the yard doing a lot of work. Now we're going in and doing comedy, motivating, preaching. We're taking music in, snacks in, all that kind of stuff. Collectively, we've probably, Aaron's work, my work, probably close to 40 prisons. And then we'll invite anyone that comes with us, anyone that wants to come with us. It kind of varies based upon timing and stuff like that. We'll be at York Women's Prison this weekend, preaching and encouraging there. That's a regular place. Nebraska Youth Corrections. We just settled like another contract with, I don't want to say contract, but another like negotiation be at Omaha Corrections, as far as Texas, Virginia, Missouri, Wisconsin, Kansas, all those places. And then we're going to try to do a visit to South Africa, their prison for their young men. That place is huge. I'm just like, whoa, like there's so many men that are incarcerated in there, but we just want to let them know, like, one, we see you, we're not alone, we're here for you. And we just want to spend time with you. And so from the programming aspect, anyone that loves young people, we bring them along with us. I get to oversee urban school development. So we're in 10 of our urban schools right now, setting up programs, oversee a team of 6. Probably got close to a team of 40 volunteers, trying to grow that out too. Wow. And then I worked in advocacy with the military too, finishing up my last year in the military, 23 years, man. And it's been a journey. So serving overseas some, serving here some, working with.
How you been in the military 23 years when you 28 years old? Much respect. Much respect. My mom got rid of me. She's like, get your but yeah. I really appreciate the work, the fact that you're using your platform to do this kind of work, this unexpected benefit here. Talking to you, I want to switch it real quick over to Katie, real quick though, because I want to jump back into this idea, this deeper idea about comedy. You're using comedy in your platforms and to be in the prisons and to help in that way, not just be on stage and become a star. I know that Katie Raine is the kind of individual who doesn't just put events on just for event's sake as well. So Miss Raine, let me know why is it that you ventured into the comedy scene in the way that you have? Why do you think comedy is so important? And you put these events together because, like I said, I know you got a deeper reason than just for us to be out here laughing and get with DL. So like, what's your deeper reason for this?
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, it's really about opportunity. If that makes sense. I always come from a place of wanting to help elevate and support artists as a whole. That's kind of what I, do work for. So when I get an opportunity within my network, like me and Tim had the opportunity.
Yeah, shout out Tim Clark.
We seized the opportunity, or we just played upon the opportunity, basically, and gave the artists within our realm a platform to open up for such a legend. Like we said, we've done it before with Mike Epps. We had the opportunity there, so we said that we would just continue to network and make this a thing, hopefully, moving forward. Like we were talking in our last interview, setting the stage and the platform for like the modeling scene here in a different angle. So it's just different angles of ways to help support artists on their platforms and give them a bigger and better opportunity. My motto is the world is our runway, the world is our canvas, together we are stronger. So also being an artist myself and a model of over 18 years, I understand the importance of elevating and networking and things like that.
How you been a model for 18 years when you're only 22 years old? She didn't get that.
And then she cut.
Mr. Blush.
She said, I don't want to hear all that BS. Well, hopefully, Katie, if you can hear us, go ahead and try to restart. Come on back in. I want to hear the rest of what you were talking about. But in the meantime, between time, buddy, I see your wheels turning over there. You got some questions?
Well, yeah, actually, I was gearing up to ask Katie about this Peacock corner that we've been talking about, man. Again, the Deuce has been very active. A lot of things, of course, we've been talking about the Kathy Tyree Theater that's been reactivated, it's getting busy. But you got Noma on the corner. It's just very exciting what's happening on the Deuce. But I guess, that was a question for Katie, but until she comes back, I do want to kind of dig more into your history. Are you from Omaha, right? Born and raised?
Yeah, from Lincoln. Folks from Mississippi, so we have frequent in Mississippi, small Clarksdale, Mississippi. And yeah, man, straight out of Lincoln, bro. I ain't got no good rap song for that one, but Katie back. Yeah. Shout out to Noma though, man. They're doing great things down there. They're teaching our kids music lessons, and that whole, like you call it, Deuce, man, of arts and collective is wonderful. But
yeah. Me and Katie were just talking about Peacock Corner. We were talking about for those of you who don't know, Peacock. That's right. We were talking, for those of you who don't know, they call the common thing is EGOT, which is the awards. Talking about the awards, which is Emmys. Somebody who we'll let her get back to that in a second there.
They ate Katie. Whoever just that, they ate her.
EGOT Corner is there's only a certain amount of artists out there. Viola Davis is one of them that they call EGOT winners. So that's ones who won 4 awards in these 4 different categories: the Emmys, the Grammys, the Oscars, and the Tonys. So that means she won something on stage and in film and music. Buddy put the P on the front of it because we got to have Pulitzer Prize as man. So that's what we call it, the Peacock Corner, because right on 24th Street, you have the opportunity to learn how to be an actor. You got opportunity to learn how to be a musician. You got opportunity, so we work with people like Stable Gray. So opportunity to do some news, to be writers, win a Pulitzer Prize. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's one of those kinds of things where we're realizing that the corner of 24th and Lake Street area is really raising the babies in all the arts, and we have an opportunity to really try. We want to get behind, doing that. I can see now we're gonna need a little comedy spot on Deuce.
It wouldn't be bad, man. But listen, dude, you talking really like, man, you drive by that space. Like I said, we are definitely using the amenities and what they have to offer down there, and it is really a rich spot, man. Yeah. Like when you think about all those that come through, the services, the arts, the resources, the connections that are provided down there, man, that's really a neat spot, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, way to see it. Man, comedy would be dope.
we see Katie Raine is a part of that as well with her modeling agency. You know, there's always young models and young folks walking up and down the street. So you know, there's and you know, some of her models, you know, maybe want to go into acting, walk across the street over to Union and get busy over there. So you know, like there.
Cool.
Yeah, man, it's really something else, and I really like. That's one thing that we're missing. If there's some places around, I know there's some places around the area that probably could house a little comedy night, which would be super dope. So
Yeah, man.
yeah, we,
man.
we look into it, man, and maybe we can get with you on that as well, since you the big man on campus now out here, man. Open yeah. And just to remind people what's going on tonight, you're gonna be there. What time do you go on stage? You know what time you going?
Yeah, I'll be the first to come up on stage. The event kicks off at 8, based upon what we have logistically on the fly. And you know, in the world of entertainment, that might be 8 or 8:30. You know, so yeah. But I'll be up first. And again, man, the goal is to rock it out, open the stage, get it hot for that guy. I know he can do his own work. He doesn't necessarily need me for that. So that's why I just hope that I can be a compliment for that. Like, you know, a huge honor tonight would be able to say, like, if we walked off the stage together and he felt like, man, that was a good setup, you know, because comedians talk that way. You know, they don't want nobody to be horrible or to ruin the mood beforehand. And when you can heat a stage up for somebody, they'll appreciate that. So, man, I look forward to that, shaking the brother's hand, just telling him thank you for not only what he's doing through the industry, but also his voice to the street, just like you guys are doing, man, helping to create a conscience, helping to continue to build that relational equity, man, just through information and how we can see things and how we can think. So, yeah, much respect, fellas. Thank you.
Right on, man. Thank you, bro. We definitely have to have you back because not just on the comedy tip, but on the all the work that you're doing. We also do some work. We've been doing some citizen journalism training with the 180 Rap program over at Metro. Yeah,
okay,
and we worked on a couple of documentaries for the 180 Rap program. So I've been in the prisons too to talk to the brothers and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of crossover here that we can definitely get down on, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yes, please. Let's go ahead and let's just run it back. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's all about the love supreme, man. Just a couple of artists trying to make the world a better place.
Yeah, man. You guys are, dude. You guys absolutely are. And without you, there's a void. So I appreciate what you all are doing and what y'all represent, man. Way to go. I would say let's definitely double up on that. I'd love to hear about what you guys are doing. And if there's a way to continue to advocate for people, again, man, make sure they know they ain't forgotten, that they don't go missing, and that, man, there's still hope. You know what I'm saying?
Love it.
That part. Tonight's the night, y'all.
If you don't get your tickets, if you ain't got your tickets yet, get them now.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yes. It's going to be a great night, a great ambiance. We have a legend coming into town. Comedy is one of those things in the industry that can be helpful for anybody. You know, we always say, you know, I have this prayer collectively, like I always say, let comedy do way more than we can estimate, you know, because some people are walking in depressed, bro. Some people are walking in, you know, needing a laugh like they're needing medicine. And comedy's so subjective and objective that you can place it anywhere in your life and allow it to be what it needs to be. And so we just really want to give a gift in that way, as opposed to trying to get laughter from people, but allow people to use it for however they need to, whether it's breaking down some barriers or building some bridges or just being a place where they can just literally woosah for a minute, man. All that thing. Yeah. So it's going to be an epic event. Thank you guys for giving us the stage or place to talk about the show. They ate Katie Raine, so we're gonna try to I'm like, hey, Katie Raine. She went towards the noise, and we do not go towards the noise. Now she's gone. Yeah.
That part. All right, bro. We appreciate you coming on, and if we don't talk to Katie before you do, thank her for coming on and for bringing you on too. We really appreciate that.
Sure will, man. Right back at you guys. Have a great day. Great holiday.
Yeah, kill the stage, man. Peace and love.
Peace. The brother gonna take it to the stage. I can feel it.
Man, that's what it's about. That's what it's about, man. Comedy, man. Comedy is one of those ones. Not only can you heal people through laughter, but you have the opportunity to speak truth to power. You have the opportunity to kind of give yourself some therapy, get some things off your chest. Man, that stage is powerful, man. So yeah. Big shouts to Katie Raine, Tim Clark, the whole crew behind that. Yeah.
That's what's up. Man. Yeah, man. Tim Clark's been posting a whole lot too. And I know he's behind a lot of this as well. So shout out to him. Shout out to Katie and everybody. And like I said, we went to that first iteration of the contest. Heard some real funny comedy there. I missed the second one where the brother won, But I can tell you that if it was probably a killer night for it to end up like it is. I'm glad they did it like they're doing it with the contest, with the several shows before that, and now tonight's the night. So shout out to them, man, and shout out to everybody who got tickets already. If you haven't, definitely check it out. You can go to Omaha Performing Arts and get your tickets there for the show. It's going to be at the Holland this evening. Doors open at 8. Yeah, most definitely check it out, man. It's very rare when we get a Kang, one of the Kangs of comedy, to come to town. So shout out DL Hughley and all the work he does. I actually I'm going to try to see if I can finagle a backstage. I kind of want to meet the brother. Like I said, he's doing the stuff we doing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I mean I'm in his market. The DL Hughley show plays in the Atlanta market on our local radio station. So I definitely check out what DL is doing on his radio platform. And we're a part of a breed. You know what I'm saying? We're cut from a certain cloth, man. I liken what we do to what brother DL Hughley does. The likes of the Grits and Eggs podcast. Like it's a lot of platforms, a lot of people out there. Not enough. But it's a lot of people out there putting in the work, man, and we just trying to do our part, man. So big shout out to everybody that appreciates the work that we're doing, that supports the work that we're doing, tuned in. Even brother Tim Clark coming through. Good morning to you, saying big fun. Yeah, man, we're trying to let the people know, man. Thanks for putting this together.
Right on. We're going to take a quick break and come back and jump back into the conversation. We got about 4 minutes to 8, almost into the second hour of First Sky Omaha in the morning.
My name
is Paul B. He's Buddy to Gawd. Stay tuned. We'll be right back, y'all. Yep. Hold tight. Welcome back. First Sky Omaha in the morning. Ooh, you put a little Luther on at that time. Ooh, yeah. That's what's up. Appreciate you guys joining us. Appreciate you guys respectfully listening to the guests. Do us a favor, share the show. You can do that now, or you can do that after the show as well, especially if you're on Facebook, share it on your page. If you missed any parts of the interview, then please go back and check it out on YouTube or Facebook. YouTube, because Facebook be disappearing stuff. So definitely check it out. Yeah, man. Yeah. Shout out to everybody that's joined us today. We appreciate you. I know that a lot of folks are sleeping in. They taking the vacation time and so on. Turkey Day tomorrow. Gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble, food.
Gobble, gobble. Turkey gang.
Turkey gang. I ain't seen the turkey gang out, man.
Yeah.
They giving a lot of turkeys away around town, and I ain't seen the gang mob, and I wonder what happened. What's going on, turkey gang? Y'all got gaffled one time, gaffled them up.
One time got them. Stop and frisk.
One time gaffled them up. It's also a blackout day that's happening. It's actually started yesterday, right? November 25th.
Yep.
November 25th to December 2nd. They're talking about, don't be a consumer. Blackout day. Blackout, not just day, blackout week, I guess. Yeah, man. We'll talk a little bit about it coming up, but I just wanted to shout out to everybody who is sending us stuff over at Friends of First Sky Omaha. Friends of First Sky Omaha. We can't forget to that the OIPA stakeholder briefing is also happening on December 2nd. Shout out to Terrell McKinney, Senator Terrell McKinney, put some respect on his name. That's letting us know about the Inland Port Authority meeting that's going down. Stakeholder briefing is happening December 2nd. Open to the public. There's a register. You can register at the link in the post. So we'll go ahead and put that in Friends of First Sky Omaha so you can register and go check it out. Those of you that's been keeping up with what's going on with the Inland Port Authority needs to continue to listen to what's happening from the people who are surrounding the area, people on the street, people who are who the stakeholders, the people that are actually behind putting this thing together. We need to hear from them and keep up with them. So if you go, please let us know that you're going to go, so we can have maybe we can talk to you a little bit about what the meeting was about, the briefing was about. So we'll also be talking to Senator Terrell McKinney about this, because I know that he's part of this whole situation as well. We'll talk to him about that coming up. So it's going down too, man. And I just I'm so glad that we have our group page, Friends of First Sky Omaha. If you're not a part of that, please be a part of that.
Man, check it out.
Yeah, go check it out, because a lot of the conversation that we're having when we're not live really happens over on Friends of First Sky Omaha, and all the information, a lot of the flyers and things that are happening for events are coming up. When we do advertising for First Sky Omaha, and people buy ads with us, we also use Friends of First Sky Omaha to spread the word and the message as well. But it's really kind of a group page for all the friends that are in community and can have a conversation as well. So that's just one of the avenues that we have in order to spread the word. And shout out to everybody who has worked with us with as far as advertising is concerned. You can always hit us up at firstskyOmaha@gmail.com and do some advertising with us, so that we can spread the word to our audience about what it is your event and stuff is happening. So we appreciate everybody who is utilizing Friends of First Sky Omaha to post their own event. But if you want a little extra when it comes to advertising there, let us know.
Come to death row.
Come to death row. I love that. So anyway, yeah, we're just going to move on here. Like I said, it's 8:01 right now. If you believe in the concept of time, we're now in the second hour of First Sky Omaha in the morning.
In the morning.
Like how you putting that little vibrato on your voice and everything. Yeah, man, that's what's up, man.
In the studio.
Pretty soon we're going to have some choir in here with the
It's going to pop up out the back. It's going to pop up.
That'll be one of these days you're gonna be at Stankonia, and all of a sudden there's gonna be some brothers around you.
Yep. Got a choir.
Hey, if we ever shoot a movie about this show, we need to do that. A choir in the morning.
Hey, a movie about this show is an interesting idea.
It is. I've been having a lot of interesting ideas lately. It's amazing what happens when you start to get a little help with the things that weigh your brain down, and you can and your lid can come off a little bit and think of some inventive ideas. I actually been cooking up. I cooked up another track, but I actually got back last night, man. I was slept in a little bit yesterday, so usually I wake up around 5 because that's the time I get up to do the show, to get ready for the show. So on the off days, I still wake up at 5, but I will make myself go back to sleep for an hour. But that whole hour is nothing but dreams, because it's like the REM sleep. And so when that happens, I'm usually formulating some music, writing the whole album and all kinds of stuff. And I actually slept in yesterday for an extra hour and woke up with the whole song on the brain.
Hey.
Got on the phone, press record, hummed it in there with the sleepy hum stuff, all that. Hey. And then I got up about my day. I translated it enough to remember what it was, and then before I went to bed last night, threw the track down. I was like, I ain't done that in years.
There you go.
I ain't done that in years. So yeah, man. Like I said, when you can release some of the cognitive load, then it's like Lucas with the lid off, like my man back in the day. It's like you finally can open your brain up and get back to your creative thoughts in life, and all the things that we're out here fighting for to be able to do still. So
that part, that's what it's about, man. I mean, that's really how we got into this endeavor as a couple of artists. I left college wanting to pursue my music career, which I'm still doing, following my own advice, not giving up on the dream. But definitely, as just talked to Brother Roach, using the platform for, bigger things. But it starts with the dream. It starts with that. But I do want to go back to that Gawd conversation we were having a little bit. Speaking of, a little dreaming and love, supreme warriorship. I did want to give a shout out to Brother Preston Love Jr., who's also on that corner. Of course, he has the visitor bureau, the visitor center right there on the Deuce. And he might be going for P in the Gawd, the Pulitzer, with his new book. Yeah, man, let's talk about it. Because, you got to keep dreaming, got to keep creating, got to keep thinking, and got to keep feeding the people, man. That's what it's all about. Big shout out to Brother Preston Love Jr. and the several other artists that all joined forces to write this book, Roots of Justice, A History of Race and Racism in Nebraska, which is again available right now for free on the Digital Commons at the University of Nebraska in Lincoln. That is digitalcommons.unl.edu if you want to check out that book. But this is, again, wholeheartedly close, something near and dear to our hearts, something near and dear to the mission that we have, the work that we put in, as far as telling stories that are often overlooked, that are often untold. And that's what this is about. A quick description from the website. There is much to understand about the history of Nebraska and how the past shapes the present. Talking about time and space, spaces and places. This book attempts to bring into clearer focus the triumphs and trials of 5 broad groups whose lives have often been overlooked when the state's history is told. The authors know some of this history of racism firsthand. Most of them have lived as people of color in Nebraska. They've experienced the good, the bad, and the ugly that makes up our state story. We encourage educators, scholars, family historians to continue to dig, to document, and to tell these stories, and then to ask, how can we best acknowledge the racism that is part of our history? How might Nebraskans remedy the wrongs of the past and create a future in which racism is no longer a divisive issue? Can we imagine a culture in which differences and stereotypes do not rule the future of our children and grandchildren? How is it possible for all Nebraskans, through what organizations and institutions, to work for the common good in Nebraska? May this history compel us all to imagine a better future and then to take action to make it happen, from the forward of the book. So again, definitely setting up what this book is about, urging people to check it out. Again, it is free. You know, we don't really talk about the universities as much as a resource, but UNL is doing some things, man. Of course, this Digital Commons resource, they have some legal resources for media professionals. There's some things out there for UNL and UNO for the community. But yeah, man, big shout out again. Peacock Corner, Pulitzer. Let's support it. Let's support it.
We're gonna be talking about it a lot in 2026. After we met up with Lakeisha Green over there at Union for Contemporary Art last year, we really realized what's going on in that corner. I actually made some friends over there too, man. Over at Noma, you know, I had an attitude about Noma for a little minute because I didn't like that it Loves Jazz got taken away the way it did. But Dana Murray turns out to be somebody who's over there doing some big things, man. And the biggest thing I feel like they're doing over there is teaching the babies. They got whole drum classes and stuff like that with these kids. You really could on that corner learn to be an actor. Shout out to Denise Chapman. Shout out to what they're doing over at Union. You could be a model. Shout out to Katie Raine, Raine's Productions. You could be a musician. Shout out to Dana Murray over at Noma. Like you said, shout out to Brother Preston Love, who's out here showing people how to be an author. You know, we don't talk about it a lot, but the Omaha Stars on the Deuce as well. There's opportunities there for people to win Pulitzers because they can be writing articles for our newspaper, oldest Black women-owned newspaper in the country. Lots going on the Deuce, man. Don't forget about everybody else that's doing good work on the Deuce as well. IB Black Girl is on the Deuce. We can say that we can go from Omaha Star all the way up to Culture House. There's so much going on this block. It's crazy. So I highly suggest we dig in, and this is a good way to dig in too, to really kind of understand the history. We always talk about this. Buddy always talks about this as well. Like the history is so super important. It just gives you the base of where you're at, what you got to fight for. You can see parallels that went on back in the day that's happening now, and shout out to them for putting this together. Just happy they're doing it. So I went ahead and put that link for the Digital Commons. You can hit that link, read that book for free. Definitely check it out. Appreciate that very much. And before I get too far out of here, I see my brother Kethro in there. He said, got to get on Ableton Move. Okay, I got to check out the Move machine. I'm definitely on Ableton dropping my tracks, but I don't know about Ableton Move yet, so I'll definitely check it out. Yeah. And also, bro, what you used to do, like classes, Ableton classes and stuff like that, like groups of people getting down with it. If you're still doing that, let me know, because I'm down for it now. I'm going in heavy with. I've been on Pro Tools for a lot of years, but I'm going heavy on Ableton right now. So I could use the community if you still got one.
A quick little nerd update too. Ableton just updated. They joined forces with Splice, so now you can use Splice samples directly in Ableton. You don't gotta open up Splice. It's right there. Just drag and drop into your DAW. Get busy.
I don't even feel bad. Y'all just gonna have to deal with this. Musicians just gonna break off from the conversation and start talking about this is what it is. Kethro said, just moved to the Bronx. He said, wanted to be a part of this history. Hey, that's what's up, Kethro. Let's connect, bro. Let's connect for real, for real.
Man,
the future 2026 is us like really taking the, taking that momentum of the deuce and really putting something in it. Real opportunity for the babies to learn art in a big way.
There you go. Down on the deuce, man. Keeping this conversation moving, but sticking with the Love Supreme, man. Love Supreme Warriorship. Again, man, there's a lot of talent in Omaha, a lot of talent just throughout the area. Of course, it can all launch and be purified and honed in on the deuce. But a lot of talent already making moves. Shout out to Brother Antoine X, who again setting up for our brother Levelle Wells, getting into our conversation about our Native brothers and sisters. Of course, tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so we all know, again, reminded of the history of this country and the relationship with our Native brothers and sisters. But while we're on this conversation, I just want to give some love to Brother Antoine X, who is a Nebraska artist, an Umanhan tribe artist, who's making some waves and man, making national stages. He was recently on the Radar podcast, which is a national platform for artists. I mean, man, you've seen the likes of Drake. I mean, anybody on this platform. So for him to be sharing this stage is pretty dope, man. So I do want to share this real quick, if that's okay.
Yeah, you got something?
Yeah, I got something for the folks to check out real quick, man. Oh, my man, Antoine X. You haven't heard about him? Check him out.
You know, he was just on Breakfast Club too. Yeah, that's no, they opened it up with a prayer almost. It's not.
Ain't on X in this. Look, I said my people strong.
How strong? How strong?
My people.
Oh, that's strong.
Yeah, listen. My people strong. You ever see a kid walk 15 miles just to get to school to eat? My people strong. You ever see a mother spending 15 hours working, standing on her feet? My people strong. You ever dealt with corrupted systems, gotta fight the criminals and the police? Yeah. My people strong.
Hold on. They got it. They gotta check it out. They gotta check it out to get the whole thing. They gotta check it out, man. Antoine X, man. Shout out. I'm a fan.
I'm a fan
real
too,
talent, man. Real talent. Omaha area. Omaha tribe. Shout out.
And you know what's beautiful about it too, man? It's one thing for you to be a great talent and to do some great work and be out here working and do everything you know it takes to work to be in the industry, to be in these spaces in the first place. And then when you come with like history and knowledge and intelligence and humility, then like how you ever losing? Kethro in the chat, man, he said he recorded a ton of tracks with him at Make Believe. Hyped to see him on this level. That's what's up, bro.
In the fam, man.
In the fam. So it's these days, man. Back in the day, you listen to the music and that's all you really had. These days, you're able to really kind of dig into who the artist is, hear what they stand on. As you can see, brother's gonna bring that native culture even before he starts his rhyme. He gonna bring in a native prayer, just about, bro. Like he's reviving, helping revise, not revise. He's helping revive. The language, he brings in language from the Umaha tribe as well, like keeping some of the words alive, being a part of that whole scene too. There's just a lot. It's super dope.
Yeah, man. So I definitely wanted to shout out and highlight that, brother. Just saw that video yesterday, actually. Excuse me. And again, we got Brother Levelle coming on today. We actually want to dive in here in a second with an update. Speaking of the Omaha tribe, they've been toe-to-toe with the state of Nebraska on some things dealing with medical marijuana. I really have an update on that story. So as we kind of set up for Brother Wells, let's go ahead and jump into it because man, taking a page out of their book, man. The Omaha tribe not going away quietly. Of course, this is connected to something we've been paying attention to, not just in the state of Nebraska as far as legal marijuana, but of course nationally. Recently, after the government reopened, they slipped in the I guess legislation about decriminalizing or changing the whole policy surrounding marijuana. We'll have to get into that later on, but especially shout out to the Omaha tribe and the work that they're doing. Again, the Omaha tribe of Nebraska's Cannabis Commission passed its rules and regulations on medical marijuana Wednesday afternoon last week, moving the discussion onto the applications, which again, the move puts them another step closer to launching Nebraska's first workable regulated cannabis industry, even as the state's own cannabis commission has faced a series of setbacks and backlash. Of course, watching elected officials, legislators completely undermine the will of the people, or reminding you that, again, Nebraskans overwhelmingly voted to legalize marijuana in the state of Nebraska last November. But here we are over 365 days later, and there's no regulation, no commission that's really working. So again, very interesting. Not only that, but the stance that the Nebraska Attorney General took against our brothers and sisters of the Omaha tribe, basically saying that they will not negotiate other tax deals with the tribe because of this move. John Cartier, who's Attorney General for the Omaha tribe, says the tribe would develop a standard procedure for new applications. He suggested the applicants submit a detail, including a list of financials and shareholders, as well as where the proposed sites would be located for those who are, again, be dealing with marijuana. And they are also pointing out the fact that they're only talking about medical marijuana. Like the way that the Nebraska government is responding, you would think that they're trying to completely open it up to recreational, and which is understandable as far as why some people would chime up and disagree. But as far as medical marijuana, the research is out there, the support is out there. So why government officials would combat that, not quite sure. I mean, I guess I have an idea, but here we are. Shout out to, again, our brothers of the Omaha, our brothers and sisters of the Omaha tribe, pushing forward and not taking the intimidation lightly, and doing what they have to do.
They've been doing it. They've been doing it for real. So shout out to them for that. We'll continue on with this story as well. We appreciate everybody who has been putting stuff in Friends of First Sky Omaha on it, about it, and it is definitely something that we'll have to keep up with for sure. I'm going to take a quick break. We have our special guest waiting in the wings, so we're going to go ahead and bring him in right on time. We appreciate him coming in. I see Tisa Harden in the chat saying, good morning, fellas. Good for the Omaha tribe. Appreciate you. Thanks for joining us over there on Facebook. That's what's up. We'll take a quick break, and we'll bring in Brother Levelle Wells up next. Stay tuned. You're listening to First Sky Omaha in the morning.
In the morning.
I'll be Buddy to God. We'll be right back, y'all. Welcome back. First Sky Omaha in the morning. My name is Paul B. He's Buddy to God, and we got Brother Levelle Wells in the house.
Hey.
Salute to you, brother.
Oh, what's happening, my brother?
Good rising to you, brothers.
Yes, sir. Appreciate yes, sir. Likewise. I like that shirt.
Having me on. You say what?
I like that shirt. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So shirt. Some shirt I bought was on clearance, so I got it last year.
That's what's up. Hey man, I appreciate you getting up early with us this morning, man. We've been seeing you in the news a lot lately, doing big things, and we wanted to check in with you on a few things. But first and foremost, how you been? How's the family? How you feeling these days, bro?
I've been all right, man. you know, had a little setback on my weight loss journey. You know,
Don't we all? Don't we all, brother?
yeah, so I'm kind of battling that. So, you know, winter's coming, so it's really hard now. But that's just an excuse, though. You know, we got to get out. If you really want it, you got to get out and do it. You know.
That part.
So, you know, set myself up to get back in there. You know, get back in the gym. I think the YMCA for myself, but not necessary to where I was going is about 15 miles away. So it was really a commitment to go there. But it's worth it though. Brother Big Ken, man, he puts in the work, man. He knows what he's doing.
Okay.
So,
Okay. That's who you training with?
That's what I was training with. I did 2 months with him, lost 50 pounds.
Hey.
And you know, it really, you know, I needed some accountability. And that's the big part, you know. Somebody to be accountable. You'll be able to make it, you know.
That's what's up, man. I really appreciate that too. I do the same thing. I fluctuate. I go to the gym. I fall off. I stay out. I'm not there as much as I need to be. Then I get with somebody who maybe is on it, or a trainer, or somebody a gym buddy, and we get in there good again. And then the holidays come up, and then you know what I'm saying. So it's a constant battle. It's constant. You know, it's all we can do. Really, I look at it like that. Like it's always going to be peaks and valleys, and I'm not even beating myself up too much about it anymore. I just say, hey, we'll get back to it when we get back to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a mental game. You just have to just give yourself grace, hey, you know, and do the best you can, you know.
Yep.
That part. But no, we built for this.
Brother RG in the chat, he's saying shout out to Big Kent Fleming. Brother RG, I know that you are a regular at the gym as well, man. You kind of one of my inspirations for me getting back when I hear you talking about you gonna go in there and get busy. So that's what's up.
I'm gonna join this gym a couple more. Maybe in the January, I'm gonna join this gym and get back in there.
That's what's up.
Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I'm glad you. I was just gonna give a shout out to Marlon Harrison. Say Happy Native American Heritage Month, Brother Wells. He says thank you for sharing and liking my posts. The brother has been putting different posts about different tribes on Friends of First Sky Omaha, and really educating us on a lot of the tribes that he's been posting. So I appreciate you giving him some back too on that. Booty call in the morning already, bro. What's this?
That was last night. No.
Yes, sir.
Get more DMs, man. I ain't trying to have no headache, man. I need some money, man.
There you go.
First, you know. ASS last, dig.
I hear you, bro. Man, appreciate you doing all the work you're doing too, man. Tell us about some of these things that you've been working on, man, that they're giving you all this recognition for.
Oh man, been doing I just got back from York to Nebraska yesterday. We went out to York.
Okay.
With the ladies there. I work with Nebraska's Writers Collective. Well, shout out to Kara Warner. They hired me back.
Nice.
And I went to the NSP last week. Went to RTC about a month ago. Then I went to the youth facility. Then York yesterday. It's it's really humbling to see, to help, you know, the residents there to, you know, write their pain down. It's very important. That a lot of times our pain is trapped in our brains and our minds, and it's important that we write it, and so it won't live in our brains so much, you know.
Man.
So it was empowering to see the ladies, you know, after we did our little thing, they wrote their poems, and about 5 or 6 of them wrote some lullabies. You know, a lot of them got kids and stuff they missing.
Wow.
So that was empowering to witness that from the ladies.
Man, Writers Collective doing some good stuff these days. I mean, they've always been doing good stuff, but it sounds like I haven't heard about these new programs and stuff where they're going into the prisons and stuff. Is that new?
Yeah, well, I used to do that. I did about before the pandemic. It was called Writer's Block.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I remember that.
For about 5-6 months, almost a year, I think.
Okay.
But then the pandemic hit, and that wrecked everything, you know.
Yeah.
But shout out to Zadika Poindexter. She's a CEO, and she always kept me in mind. And so now she when some funding came available, she always said, "Levelle, we'll get you back on."
That's what's up, bro.
So yeah, I enjoy it, man. Last week was empowering too, to see the brothers at NSP. A lot of them still know me, you know, and one brother cried, you know, at the end, you know, just me being there, me and him knowing me, and you know how far as I guess you can say how far I came, but it gives them an inspiration, you know, when they get out there, they can make some better choices, you know.
Love that.
That's what it's about. So it's about. Sometimes you don't you don't believe it till you see it. You don't even believe it's possible till you see it, till you can touch
Right.
it.
Yeah. The way the brain processes, especially you've been
Mhm.
through a lot of stuff like, trauma and all that stuff.
Yeah,
The
man.
brain it takes a long time to process it, and that's kind of way I'm at. I'm a hands-on person, I have to see it and then I can process it a lot better.
Man,
That's what's up, man.
and you speak about the impact and the how it's helping those in the program, but how do you feel like it's helped you? As far as the impact that it's had on you, hearing some of those stories.
Well, ever since it's helped me tremendously because a lot of times when we locked up, I've been unfortunately been in there twice. It took me uh, two times to really figure it out. Especially when you're young.
Mhm.
You're not really, yeah, your mind is so it's not developed yet. So you just and I got out the first time, man. First day I got out, the homies threw a big old Tech 9 in my hands, like, welcome back, we at war. I'm
Mm.
like, okay. So, but it's been empowering, man. It makes me feel, I always say this, helping people helps me. I've been through
Yeah.
a few situations through my lifetime. So anytime I get a chance to help people, it's therapy for me. And that's if you can say, that's why I try to do what I can, to help and give back, because it's helping me in my journey. I have a lot of scars that I'm still working on and healing and stuff
Mhm.
like that. Not perfect. But it helps me stay accord and let and give myself some grace. I have to remember to give myself some grace when I'm not perfect, or try to be perfect. Sometimes that your mind tells you you're trying to be perfect, but there's no such thing. There's no such
Right.
thing, straight line, this thing called life.
You
That
ain't
part.
lying.
That
Yeah,
part.
so it's
You're doing the
empowering
work
for
though.
myself as well.
I
Beautiful.
heard that, man. You got your organization, called Big Elk.
Big Oak Native American Center. It's my nonprofit. It's currently I'm working on getting some more members,
Mhm.
but I'm excited. I just recently got a personal assistant. Her
Nice.
Nice.
name is Anna Hernandez. Shout out to her, man.
Oh
She's
yeah,
doing
I know that name.
Yeah.
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 I think you guys know her.
Mhm.
She's an awesome person. I think she works with the Democratic Party or whatnot. She does a lot herself, but she has agreed to help me and some of my endeavors. So I really needed that help because I've been a one man warrior for a long time, and
Mhm.
Yeah.
we working on some projects. So if you think I'm doing something now, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I love it. I love it. Are you still your office still down on Center?
Yes. Speaking of that, so yeah, I think I sent something to you, Paul. December 5th,
Mhm.
I'm gonna have a Buffalo Chili fried bread feed fundraiser.
I didn't get
I
that.
don't get no funding or nothing from nowhere right now. So
Mhm.
I'm having that December 5th. So
Okay.
if you can spread the word,
Okay.
we
Send,
just
send
had
it to me again.
a
I don't think I got that. Send it to me again when you get a chance.
okay. And
Yeah.
so in hopes, because luckily I have the landlord is very lenient. He knows what I'm doing or attempting to do, so he
Nice.
gives me breaks after breaks.
So
So I
Okay.
so
want to catch up on the rent.
so tell me a little bit about what your organization does. How do you help people out of Big Elk Center?
So a big out. I do talk. Do 101s. I'm still a peer support specialist. I do
Okay.
offer 101s. It's not a counseling. It's like to get it off your chest. A lot of times we don't want to be told what to do or not, and that's just as a peer support specialist. It's not my job to give advice. It's my job is to support any positive solutions that you come up with. So I
Okay.
offer that. I do talking circles. I'm having talking circle tonight for people that's in recovery. It's it's a native way of like AA, we
Mm.
turn off the life if we can burn some sage. And if I can have somebody to sing a song or something, play a drum, beat a drum, I mean, and then we'll sit in a circle and then we just kind of just express yourself. And then what's different from mine is I like to uh, offer some tools, some tangible takeaways to help
Mm.
yourself. So a lot of times we just express yourself and then the ball just dropped and then you like where you go from there.
Right.
But I want to offer some tangible takeaways, some resources to help yourself continue. So I'm having one tonight. I haven't been having them as regularly as I like to.
Mhm.
But also I do I wear I as y'all seen, I've been on put on at the UNMC Cancer Center,
Yes.
as a community scientist for cancer research.
Bro,
Mm.
tell me about that.
Oh man, that's shout out to Dr. King, Kiana King. She put me on with that position. It's been amazing, man. We recently just solidified a partnership with my tribe on the reservation with the UNMC. But we had a meeting with Dr. King and Lauren. She's a coordinator. We went up there and met with the CEO of the clinic up there on the reservation about a month ago, and then we're working on solidifying the partnership. So the UNMC will offer all kind of resources back on my reservation to help with the cancer researches and clinical studies and whatnot. My people really need some help up there.
Man.
Bro, we've been seeing this float around. We couldn't. I was like so happy to see this floating around. I was like, man, research community scientists. Like, man, you doing some big stuff, man. I want people to understand like how important the work that you're doing is, man. In not just the indigenous community, but the Black community as well. This gap that you've been bridging this gap between the communities, really at work, trying to bring everybody together in a big way, but. To see you branching out on doing some stuff like this too on these things here where you're constantly involved in doing the good work of uplifting the community, man, the Omaha Nation, man, the indigenous tribes, the Black community as well. I love to see that you are doing this work, and I always want to big you up and highly encourage everybody to go support what you're doing. Please give them an opportunity to support. People want to help. They just want to know how. They want to know, where can that happen? So we definitely want to hear about it. And I went ahead and pulled your Facebook page here with the Buffalo Chili feed because I know I got some 3-plate brothers in the chat that are definitely going to get down over here. The two plate crew wants to get down with the Buffalo Chili feed, man.
Yeah, it's buffalo, so it's a little different. So if you want to eat some buffalo meat, we're gonna have regular chili too because buffalo's kind of expensive. It's like $15 a pound, so I'll probably be limited on the buffalo. So it's first come, first serve, on the buffalo.
Okay.
But I'm looking for appreciate any donations to help out or any volunteers that want to help out that day.
I shouldn't have showed this picture, man. I'm sitting here hungry. I'm sitting here.
Right.
We got fried bread, chili, and peach cobbler or something over here. I'm like, man, come on, bro.
Yep, I'll probably make I went to culinary school years ago when I first got sober. So
Levelle, we supposed to be back in the gym, man. We can't.
Right. Yeah, let me get off that. Yeah. We're gonna get back. We're gonna get there, Paul. We'll get in there, man. We get to come to Kent. I'm going back to Kent, man. Kent is awesome, man. He's the real.
You're right.
That's what's up. But with this chili feed that you do is a fundraiser, so we can go there and donate some cash and get a little plate and.
Yep, and I have a place where you can sit down on the smaller room I have. You can mingle, talking to my mom will be there. My mom's, she's like an orator, not an orator. She's a historian of the tribe. She knows a lot at her age. Almost lost my mom this year,
Right. I was going to ask you.
Always, that was really tough to go through. See my mom in that predicament, Last year as well, she had almost the same health scare, My mom's a trooper, though. I'm hoping to get her a book about her life and maybe interview her and stuff, like tell her some of her stories, how she and why she came from the reservation to here and she met my dad and so forth, And
hey, bro,
I'm blessed to still have her. She's always been my rider. She never had got out the car on me, through all the ups and downs that I experienced.
Man, that's beautiful.
Hey, bro, I'm down to help you do all that, bro. Break the camera out, get the history from your mom's. Like, let's do it. I'm with you.
Yeah, sooner than later. Life is short. In the blink of an eye, we all be back in that next room we call the spirit world. So And I speaking of that, I'm working on my memoir. I have a writing coach now through MCC, great guy named Connor. And I got like 12 chapters of I'm working on. I'm hoping to have it done by end of this year. And that way we can start editing it and find an agent so we can get that going.
Man, we all got a story. I think we all need to tell our story. That's kind of the driving force behind my art. Rapping and music is kind of how I choose to tell my story, my experience. But whether it's rap, podcasting, writing, we all got to get it out. So I'm looking forward to seeing that because I already know you got a crazy story just from what I know about your story. And I'm pretty sure that's my knowledge is limited to just about your whole life story. So yeah, man, do it.
yeah, it's definitely need to be told, man, because
Mm-hmm.
that's our front foot. That's how we live forever, right? You know, once we pass on, who was he? Who was Paul? Who was Buddy to God? You know,
Mm-hmm.
you read about him, you know, and it's from
And,
his words, you know.
and a lot of people do it at the end of their life, but I think it's important that we write memoirs now because I got a friend who wrote one, Orinda Fink, a good friend of mine, who did hers, and she let me read some of her first versions of it. And she's a friend of mine. I knew her, but after I read her words about her life, I couldn't believe like how much like I felt so much closer. I felt like I really knew my friend after reading that, and it made me go, we all should be writing memoirs for all of our close people to know us for real. Because like
Right,
you think you know somebody until you read their life from their words. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
yeah,
From
yeah.
their experiences, yeah, it's
Man.
definitely. I'm working. So I've been saying it for a couple years now, but like I said, I was fortunate enough to find a writing coach. I just been my problem. I guess I've been reluctant to ask for help or whatnot. But
Mm.
now, you know, I got Connor and, you know, with Big Ken helping me, you know, on those weight loss, and then Anna helping me out with these events. Also, I just got found out too. I just got reached out. I not got this brother named Edison Redness. He has an organization called Native Futures. He's in Alliance, Nebraska. He does family support work for the Native youth.
Mm.
Mm.
So he reached out to me. So I'm gonna be partnering with him soon. And so I may be able to start hiring some folks to help with the Native youth in the city, you know,
Man.
here in Omaha. So
I love
Man.
I'm
it.
excited about that, you know, that partnership real soon. So yeah, it's a few things that I got going on. Also, I'm
Look,
uh,
he got notes over here. He got so much stuff going on. He got to write
yeah,
it
yeah,
down.
I had to write
Right,
notes.
right, right.
Gotta
That's
want
what's up.
to. This is an opportunity
Yeah.
to. I don't want to. Oh well, so I'm part of. Y'all heard what the Black, Brown, and Red meetups. You know, we have an
Yes, been
Yes.
event
hearing about that.
December 10th, a healing, sovereignty and spirit healing event. So we're gonna have therapists and spiritual leaders in this. It's limited space, so go to the page,
Mhm.
BBR meetups, and register because the space is limited. It's, led by Tamika Renee, as you know.
Hey, Sister Tamika in the chat
Yeah,
actually earlier, giving you a
she's
shout
awesome.
out.
So
So
she's our president of the group, and you know, I think we put on like 2 or 3 events a year. So,
mm.
and that's
Ma-
bridging the different, you know, cultures, the
I
natives, Latinos, and the blacks. So, you
I
know,
love it.
I actually
yeah,
wanted to get into that with you a little bit. There's some news that recently came out about that. But before we get into the news, I do want to know more about this group. Actually, it sounds like you just said y'all been having a couple of events per year. So this is something that's been going on for several years. It sounds like I just heard about it this year from Mayor Ewing, who apparently is a part of the group as
yep.
well. Can you kind of speak to the group, you know, the idea behind it and some of the work that you're doing?
Well, I got brought on, and let me see, was it about a year and a half ago?
Okay.
It was just black and brown, and
Mhm.
then they invited some native folks there, and a couple people from my tribe came down, and I'm like, hold up, we missing the native people piece.
Right.
Mayor,
Mm,
before he was mayor, he was there. We had it at Big Mama's, and so it was a infinity theme project
Hmm.
where you kind of everybody in their own ethnic group sat at the table and asked questions. We left questions, and we rotated tables, and so other
mm,
folks, you know, answered them, had Q&As, and at the end of the event, then we all had a good dialogue about that. And so the
man.
emphasis is to break the barriers between our different cultures because we all know we all divided to a certain extent,
Hmm.
you know, and that's the objective of our group is
Man.
to bridge the gap.
Shout out to Renee.
Man,
Just
unity.
found that flyer. This is the one that's coming up, right?
Yes, yep, that's it right there.
Wednesday, December 10th, 5:30 to 8 at Kuntz Commons. That's 2665 Douglas Street, Omaha, Nebraska. He said room is limited, so definitely hit him up, register at that QR code right there. I'll put this in Friends of First Guy Omaha so you can hit that QR code and check it out. Salvatore in Spirit, a healing dialogue. That's what's up,
Man.
man. Judy.
Yeah.
No, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. You know, in the last kind of 20 minutes of the show, that's really what I wanted to get into. And I'm glad you brought up the part about the divisiveness because we'll get into here in a second how you know some bots and things in social media space are creating that divide. But I'm glad that people are, you know, living alive with one another, coming together in real time and trying to eliminate some of those barriers. Recently, actually, Associated Press just reported on a ruling from the Muskogee Nation that just ruled that descendants of enslaved people, Africans, Black people per se, are entitled to citizenship within the nation, Native tribes. Of course, you yourself are somebody who is both quote unquote Black and Native culture. Can you kind of speak to that? As a Black person growing up in this country, I always hear, we got Native in our blood, and but let's really get into that connection, especially ahead of Thanksgiving tomorrow. That real connection between oh yeah, because they took everything from us: our land, our culture, our heritage, our connection to each other.
Yeah.
So can you speak to that?
Well, yeah, I don't celebrate none of that foolishness, because
Man, come on now.
they don't tell the real story. It's just a pagan holiday just to have, it's commercialized to make some money and stuff like that. Man, it's a feel good story. When our people still are because of that historical trauma, it's passed from generation to generations. Particularly the natives that we have. It's hard to, like, they're in a gridlock, and that's not being recognized. We have the highest disparities across the board. I was just on the reservation. I go about once a week up there on another venture. And I was talking with the staff up there, the dialysis staff. They have 280 people on dialysis up there.
On dialysis? Wow.
And it's only, I think the population is about 1,500 up there. So that's like 1 out of 3, 1 out of 4, on dialysis. It's a health crisis up there, and no knock against my people up there. They trying their best, but we need, that's why I'm happy that the cancer center could come up there, provide resources to help our people up there. We have the sovereignty title. It's just a title. They know what's going on. We don't have the capacity to fulfill all that you need to do. They know what's going to happen. And then they don't believe there's too many forensic audits with the money up there. So, money right there is just a divide when 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 you're not really familiar with it, you come from poverty, and you almost can't blame nobody to put your hand in the cookie jar. You know what I mean? Because that's just and like I said, it's all drawn up like that. So, but speaking back to, I think we just passed up there on the reservation on my tribe. They had a vote a couple weeks ago there for to break down our quotum from a quarter to a leniency. If you can prove that you have a grandmother, you come from that. Now, don't quote me on this. I haven't had a chance to talk to anybody about that. But I believe that if you can prove that you come from that lineage, you can be an enrolled tribal member. So that's a big thing, because our tribe is getting smaller and other tribes are getting smaller because of the disparities. People are dying at an exterminable rate. There's a funeral or two a week up there, and it's just a lot of it's preventable, I think, but we need resources. We need some outside help. And, it's kind of like, it's a thin line, because my people, we want to do it ourselves, but, it's tough to ask for help, because, for generations, we've been a community up there, just for us, and they have that mentality, and I get it. I feel them, I understand it. So it's a tough line to cross amongst my peoples. But the Muskogee, I think it's time to recognize these people that us have lineage, amongst because there is a lot of Blacks like myself, that have Native, blood in us, or whatnot. It's not recognized, and the government has set those for us to continue to be divided,
It had me thinking about this story that I heard about a treaty between a Native American and a Black person back in like the 1800s over in the Bellevue area, and the reason why a lot of there's connection now came from that. And I don't remember the story completely, but it just reiterated for me that even after they kind of split things up. Like I said, I feel like we was all brothers back in the day, and then things got split up. But even after these split ups happened, there were still treaties and things that were going on between Native folks and Black folks that continue on. And just thinking about that story, the story that Buddy's talking about, just for some context, the city of Tulsa, Oklahoma, where we always hear about the Tulsa riots and Tulsa massacre, everything that's happened there in Tulsa. Present day, the government gave some of that land back to the Native American people in Tulsa, and they are now in a sovereign situation now as well. And one of the first moves they're making is to be like, listen, if you're black, then you belong here too. You came on right up with us, and it just, like I said, it takes me back to like some of the things that I learned about Native Americans and black people here in Nebraska. So there's always an opportunity for red, black, and brown, just like you guys meetups, for us to really get on the same page and understand that we all in this thing together, and then the numbers and the resources grow when we can do that. So as black folks out of North Omaha, like, we've always felt a connection and kinship to Omaha tribe. You the one put us in touch with the elders of the Omaha tribe, where we were to ask permission to be here and do what we do. And we always felt that connection. So we always are down for whatever resources and whatever we can do to help on both sides, and also receive help from the brothers like you who are in the tribe doing things as well for our community. So so anyway, I just wanted to say that before we got too far into it. This red, black, and this red, brown, and black meetup. I'm probably saying it wrong, but
black, brown, and red meetups.
Black, brown, and red meetups are super important, and I'm so glad that we had our mayor at one of them. Shout out to Tamika Renee in the chat as well. Shout out to the work you guys are doing. I really, if you know us, we've been doing this for a while. We all about this solidarity with these groups, because that's how you organize. So I think it's terribly important what it is you guys are doing with that.
Oh yeah, I'm very proud of that. It gives a chance for everybody to come to the table and get to know each other. A lot of times, we don't know each other. We've been separated by design. We don't know each other, so we're gonna have some biases, some unconscious biases towards each other.
Right.
And through the history, we at odds in the streets or whatnot, and things might happen that that has a longer impact. But if we, it's all about forgiveness, right? So we can't forgive each other. We can't, we're gonna never get along.
What we doing? What we doing?
And that's just like in the black community. Me being part of in my younger days, being part of the destruction, as I see, week after week, there's these we're not, the youth is not regulating their emotions, emotional led folks. And if we can tap into more of that, the mental health piece of it, then we can maybe make a difference, because we divided within the community. You have one on one side, long live such and such, the other one say free whoever did the killing. We have to pay attention to that,
Interesting.
and really get into the depths of things, because you can pour all the money in the world into these different programs. If we're not getting into the mental health piece and get into forgiveness, because Omaha is small, particularly North Omaha, if we're not working on or forgiving each other, your family killed such and such or did something to my family, whatnot, that stuff just passed on, and then, we was, by design, the Crips and Bloods invaded our projects and different other, areas of Omaha, and it's kept us at a long standstill, and we just seeing results of that passed on today. What's going on? It's sad that these killings and these stuff is happening, but we have to figure a different way about that, and I will love to help out if I can, but I'm just one person,
Man.
and we'll see though. But 2026, so is the year, for change.
We feel like that too. Year for change, for real.
There you go. Amen. Yeah, definitely for 2026. It's feeling like that. A lot of momentum, a lot of things picking up. But you're one person, but you're doing the work. You're doing what you can. Definitely feel like the Most High is using you, and of course, you're not only doing the work alone, but aligning with people who support and understand, and also are along in the mission and the vision, man. And we're right there along with you, man. So teamwork makes the dream work. We definitely gonna keep on keeping on and making it happen.
Man. Big time, bro. You're a connector. Don't forget that you're a connector. You might be one man, but it only takes one man to connect all these other people and all these other groups, and you're definitely a connector. So We appreciate the work you're doing. Just before we get out here, got about a minute left, but I wanted to jump in. Marlon Harrison in the chat said, "Don't forget there are Native Americans today that are still dealing with PTSD from boarding schools."
Man,
Tisa Harden in the chat says, "I'm actually Choctaw, Chickasaw, and heritage." That's what's up. Appreciate that. My brother RG said, "Just shared that chili feed." He looking forward to. You better hide that buffalo. The buffalo, he gonna come with it.
And the fried bread,
yeah.
we got the fried bread going on too. One of my elders is gonna make the fried bread.
That's what's
She
up,
does all
man.
the job. So that's gonna be good. And peach cobbler, it's just come by, have a meal, donate or whatever,
Yeah, you messed up with this flyer right here. You messed up, bro. We gonna eat you out of house and home in a minute. I'm gonna join the play crew myself, bro. Buffalo chili feed for Big Elk Native American Center Native Soul. Again, say again.
No, I was talking to my daughter.
How was your daughter, by the way? I meant to ask you about the family.
Lydia, come here.
Everybody good?
She just got up, get ready for college. I'm proud of her. I've been having custody of my baby since she was 9 years old. She's 20 now. She's in her third year of college. It's tough. That's another book I'm gonna write about too, about how the state, it's a mother state. At first I went through this for my son. Quote from my lawyer. He said, "Levelle, I never seen this happen. They carved your son down to life. They used my record against me, and they did things deliberately so I won't have custody of my son. They made up lies, went to trial for that, and my son broke down and said he lied, and they helped him made it up just so my son won't get custody of my son. So it's all kind of stuff I can write about and talk about.
Man,
But,
please.
Yeah, my daughter, she's doing great. I'm proud of her. She's on her way. It's presence over presence, and that's no matter if you.
There you go.
Or not.
I love it.
There you go.
And so I'm proud of my baby.
I appreciate you, man.
Man.
The other thing we want to big up too is this Sovereignty and Spirit, a healing dialogue. This is happening on Wednesday, December 10th. Please mark your calendars for this. It's gonna be limited space, so definitely hit that register. Hit the QR code. We'll put this flyer in Friends of First Sky Omaha, so you can do that. But this is happening from 5:30 to 8 at Kuntz Commons. That's at 2665 Douglas Street, Omaha, Nebraska. Definitely check it out. Black and Brown Omaha at gmail.com is where you can get some information. And this is the Black, Brown, and Red meetup that we've been talking about. The mayor went to just recently as well. That's when it kind of got on our radar.
He's part of us. He started it. He's a founder. Like I'm a board member. I went in founder. I came on I don't think on the second meeting. But
Okay.
I'm part of the board.
I didn't realize that.
Man.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I also see North Omaha Collective that's down here at the bottom. This symbol down here at the bottom, and that's a company that's here that's on the Deuce. So I need to, and it's a company I've been passing by and saying I need to find out what's going on with them. So I'm glad to see them a part of this as well. Again, we talk about the work that we're trying to do on the Deuce to really kind of big the Deuce up right now, and the fact that North Omaha Collective, a Deuce, tenant in this area is part of this. So we'll definitely be checking this out. Shout out to everybody who is behind these meetups. I highly encourage you guys to look into this and go. I think it's going to be one of the most important things that's happening around here for sure.
If you know, it's on flyer. There's one counselor, a spiritual guide from each ethnic group. Judith Hill, she's with the North. She runs the North Omaha Collective. That's her, Judith Hill. She's awesome lady. She does a lot of healing and through her workshops and whatnot. I went through that workshop earlier this year. Renee Sanchez, she's a relative of mine. She's a spiritual leader. She resides. She's the CEO of Healing Ribbons. She'll be there. And I'm not familiar with I don't know how the West name, but she comes from the Latino. Yeah. So all three of them specifically done by three different cultures. So be there. So it'd be a good time and to break down some of these barriers,
Yeah,
and to just chill, have fun with each other and meet each other and get some healing so we can work on coming together, breaking bread with each other.
We got to have lived experience with each other in order to really understand each other and get on the same page with each other. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all doing that.
We can't talk it, we have to walk it. You dig?
That's
what's up. All right, man. I'm coming to eat up all your chili here pretty soon. So get ready. Get ready. You might have to hide the buffalo from us because the 2-play crew is in the house. I can already see him chiming up. It's going down. December 5th is coming up. December 5th, Buffalo Chili Feed. And remember, this is a fundraiser for Big Elk Native American Center. So bring your money And even if the fry bread costs $10, go ahead and give 20 because we trying to raise some funds for the brother and on the
Yeah,
real.
my door is open. And it just my name is Umpatunk, Big Elk. So that's when we I think Paul and that's I come from the Elk clan. So
Yes, sir.
Big Elk was a great grandfather of mine. So if you his
Man.
story and I think it's not by coincidence. My name is Umpatunk. My in that Umaha name is Umpatunk.
Wow.
And it's I'm learning more of my language so I could be more fluent with my with our language. It's important to keep our language. And speaking of, I heard buddies talking about Antoine X. I think I know him. He's like a distant relative. I think I seen one of his posts. He's actually going to be coming in town, staying for like a month or two for the winter. So maybe get a chance to bring him on.
Please bring that, brother.
Love to.
You're a big fan of that, bro, for real.
Yeah, I'll reach out to him if I can and see if when he's in town. Reach out to you guys so you can bring him on as a guest.
There you go, connecting, doing what you do. Love it.
Yeah. But so happy Indigenous Native American Month. You know, I know
there you go.
That we always kind of we don't get a chance to hear that, but yeah, I'm glad you guys. I reached out to Paul, and I know you guys been inquiring about me a little bit, so I'm appreciate the invite and just to recognize we natives, we still here, you know. And let's keep working together, and maybe like I said on that project for my mother, you know, big ups to Jean Wells. You know, she's been a rock. She's been through it all, you know.
Right.
With my father, everybody living in the projects, and you know, through many a death, she's about the last one left, you know.
Wow.
And it's important to give her, my mom, my flowers while she's here and recognize her. But yeah, if we can do something, Paul, about recording her, stuff like that. Let's do
ain't nothing but a word, bro. Let's do it. I'm into recording the elders right now because I recorded a lot of elders in the past, and I had all these intentions to go back and finish, and then they passed away before I could. So I'm diligent on this now. So I want to help you be diligent on this one because your mom got a real story to tell for sure. So personally, I'll be there with the camera, bro. We'll do it together.
Okay. Yeah.
For sure.
That's what's up.
Man, thanks for joining us.
Right. Yep. All right.
Take care of yourself, bro.
Yes, sir. Peace and love.
Take care. Salute.
Peace.
Man.
Oh, man.
Powerful.
Every time we talk to him, man, more powerful, more resources, more connections, more knowledge, you know, more spirit. Like, yeah, I love catching up with my brother, man, for real. Appreciate everybody that joined us today and that made comments. I know, like I said, we have a kind of a light day today because it is the day before Thanksgiving tomorrow, and a lot of people are just off. You know, even the people that aren't really celebrating are you know, the kids got the week off, and everybody's taking advantage to try to get with fam. For even the people that don't celebrate, but there's a lot of things to celebrate. Like I said, Native American Heritage Month going on right now, so there's some things to talk about. And shout out to Marlon Harrison, man. Marlon is serious news gang fam, doing things that we haven't even gotten to our list on the list of things that we want to do. We haven't even gotten down to that yet. He's already doing it. He's been each day and each over time over this whole month of heritage, been giving some information on Friends of First Sky Omaha on different tribes, man. That's around the country, and a lot of that's going down here in Nebraska as well. There's so much to learn, and can't even keep up with it all. But shout out to Brother Marlon Harrison, who's like putting that out and making sure that we understand, you know, our surroundings, who we're around, who's our brothers out here.
Right.
All that. Appreciate it. Let's go ahead and we're about 2 minutes out before the end of the show. I see her being, I'm sorry, the YouTube has messed up the names now. All I'm seeing is the addresses. So I think that's her being MD 821 to 8210. I'm sorry. I know you've been here before, so I appreciate you. Say Grand Rising, everyone, giving thanks for you all. Appreciate you coming in for sure. And everybody else, all the new names too. Tisa Harden, I appreciate you coming in, and new names that we had today. Do us the favor and spread the word. Share the show on your page if you're on Facebook. Share the link if you're on YouTube. If you miss any parts of the interviews, then please go back and check them out on YouTube. Give us a like, subscribe, so we can keep on having these really high level conversations with these high level folks, man. I mean, I'm really encouraged about what I heard today as far as our community is concerned. People in our community doing big things in a big way. Yeah, man. Shout out to Brother Roach, who's going to be opening for the man today, DL Hughley. This is going down tonight at 8:00. DL Hughley is in town. One of the kings of comedy is in town. Is going to be at the Holland Performing Arts Center tonight. So get your tickets. And Brother Roach, who was on the show a little earlier with Katie Raine, he is going to be opening. He's won the contest, the comedy contest, and he'll be opening for DL Hughley. So that's somebody born and raised Omaha, Lincoln, actually, and is in town and is going to be the one opening for this legend of a comic. And that just really bigs up the whole scene for that to be happening in any scene. So we appreciate it.
There you go.
So definitely check it out tonight. Any final words, buddy? Anything I'm leaving out?
Yeah, there's a bunch of stories I did not get to into, so we try to get into them on Friday. But I do want to recognize before we get out of here an elder that we lost. Kind of speaking of telling our own story, speaking of giving flowers, Sister Viola Ford Fletcher, one of the last survivors of the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre in Oklahoma, recently just passed. She was 111 years old.
Wow.
So, yeah, man. First of all, man, just honor to that sister. You know, as they say, anytime we lose an elder like that, we lose a library of just, man, history, stories that have not been told. So, you know, as we continue to celebrate and recognize, again, shout out to Marlon for sharing, you know, the tribal information on Friends of. Please go ahead and check that out because, you know, that history, as far as I'm concerned, is our history. When we talk about Native Americans, you know, as far as I'm concerned, so-called black folk, brown folk, and red folk are the Native Americans. This is our country. This is our land. And just the irony of the MAGA situation, we'll probably get into this on Friday. But again, X new feature revealing the foreign origins of some popular U.S. political accounts. A lot of MAGA accounts have been outed as not even American based. A lot of bots, a lot of these MAGA people that spread in this same division that's separating black, brown, and red communities, that's separating communities in general, aren't even real people, aren't even from America. Yeah, we're going to have to talk about it. Strategic communication, still a thing.
Shout out to X for doing that study. They revealed a whole bunch of stuff about their own platform, which is kind of MAGA-lean in the first place. So they kind of they shot themselves in the foot with that revelation.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. That and more on the other side, man.
Wait, let me give you one more teaser on that.
Okay.
The Department of Homeland Security website. It's not based in our country. It is based in a foreign country. We'll talk about it Friday.
Man, have a good holiday, y'all.
Yeah, man. You know, like I said, if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, Pop says, "Man, another great show. What a wonderful guest. Thank you, Paul and Buddy. We love you guys. See you Friday. Appreciate you, Pops." Also, Marlon Harrison says, "Thank you for a great show. If you see me on Friday, that means I ate too much food." Oh boy, it could be some 2 and 3 plate crew this time around, bro. For real, he said he about to hit IHOP and Golden Corral tomorrow.
Man, all right.
My grandfather used to call the Golden Corral the glutton house because you can go back. You can go back as many times as you want. Man, that's what's up. We are the originals, the great paperwork switch. Tell it. Let her being appreciate you.
Came with Bibles and left with land.
Ooh. Tell the truth. Shame the devil. Y'all, we will pick this up on Friday. We got another special guest coming, but we'll continue this conversation. Still lots to talk about. We have to get into this conversation about what we are doing with our social media channels, how it is we're communicating with each other, and how we can guarantee our communication with each other without being surveilled, without being cut off. We are depending way too much on these oligarchs' tools.
Gotta build new systems.
Yeah, man.
Gotta build new systems. Actually, speaking of that, the blackout. We're in the thick of the blackout. What you gonna do?
We're in the thick of the blackout. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a link to some of the information here on that, so you can check out whether or not you want to participate. This is straight from the organization that has organized this blackout. Here's the work. Here's the link to it. Check it out. It started yesterday. It's supposed to go to December 3rd. how much are we really going to be spending here? I know that it's strategic because you know we know that we have all these turkeys and these dinners and stuff that we buying for. But again, who's decided before we get out of here? Who's decided? Put this in Friends of First Sky Omaha if you have the answer to this question. Who's decided not to celebrate Thanksgiving this time around? And did it have anything to do with you deciding that you're going to participate in this blackout? Or that you are protesting just the complex of the holidays during a time when resources and stuff is getting taken away from people. Let us know. Let us know if you've taken a personal stand on any of those things, and I'll put that in Friends of First Sky Omaha if you would. Group page on Facebook. With that, we're gonna get out of here. We'll see you guys on Friday. It is cold outside. Don't let the temperature fool you. It may be 20 to 30 degrees, but it's gonna feel like 12 because of this wind whipping. Bad news. Check on your loved ones. There's people that got power outages last night from this wind. Check on everybody, and let's keep each other warm. Keep the heat on, like they say in Minneapolis. Stay warm, and we'll see you on Friday. God willing, and the creek don't rise, like Pop says. Appreciate y'all. Peace.
By the way, Vanguards. This is protected by the red